gonna cry. Okay, never mind.
No, I'm gonna cry, Haley. And
okay.
It's all cry.
It's a tough day, isn't it? I feel like it's been a tough week.
A horrible weekend. It's been horrible for me. Okay.
Yeah, come on. You have me in suspense.
Okay, so I said Luis is too sweet, that I don't know if I want to be with him. But then I told you, yes, I want to give him a chance. I want to see where this goes. I want to meet him. And we're talking so much more. And we were like getting like intimate at night on the phone, FaceTiming.
Oh.
Like really intimate. So we were like, having fun at night with that.
Cute. I like that for you.
So, like I was starting to have a little feelings for him.
No way.
Yes. Only because we were talking so much, like nonstop. So I'm feeling like, maybe this could work.
Yeah.
I'm feeling happy. He keeps me happy. Always texts me. Seems like he cares.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I've started to have feelings for him. And so he always sends me voice messages, like almost 2 a day, every single day. When he has lunch, when he gets out of work, whatever, like always. The past 2 days, he has not left me no voice messages. He has not been texting me. He's basically ghosted me. And I call him, and I have his location and everything. So he's been like ghosting me. And I texted him, I was like, hey, what's going on? Why are you ignoring me? And it has been taking hours upon hours for him to text back. And when he does text back, oh, I was sleeping. Oh, I was this or that. And then I start calling him and saying, hey, what's up? And he forwards my calls. And so I tell him, what are you doing? And I started and sometimes he won't even answer at all. He just leaves me. And so I followed his location. Like I checked out his location. Yeah. And he never goes anywhere with him giving me his location. The only place he goes is to work and home and maybe to a restaurant to get food. That's it. And so I followed his location and I noticed he went to someone's house. Or it looked like, there was a house, and then across and everywhere around this house, it was like big old semi trucks, like just the front part that you drive. And they were like, it was like, I don't know what place it was, but it's a place where it was a lot.
Yeah.
And he stayed there for like an hour and a half, maybe 2. And then he leaves and goes to another house. And I'm calling the whole time. He's forwarding my message, my calls. Like he's just ghosting me. And so I'm like texting him. I was like, what the fuck is going on? Like, what the and still nothing. So he's at that last house for like 2 hours. And I have the addresses. And so I look up the house at both places. I see him driving like on the way home.
You can see all of that?
Yes.
Yeah.
What? Okay, I'm gonna need to get a set of iPhones. Like I need 2.
Yeah. And can someone see when you check their location? No? Okay. Because all of a sudden, when I'm calling him and I see him driving home, all of a sudden I lose his location. He takes off his location, takes it off. And I freak out. I'm like, oh, what the this mother effer just took it off. So I texted him. I was like, what the is wrong with you? Do you want to like not talk to me no more? But before that, okay, here's the thing. Before that, I jumped way ahead. But before that, when he was texting me a little, I was like, if you don't answer the next time I call you, we're done. And he wouldn't answer me. He did answer, but he was like putting it all on himself. Like, oh, I'm this, I'm that. I'm sleeping. Excuse me. I'm sorry for trying to get some sleep. Like he was being a effing smart ass. So I tell him, if you don't answer the next time I call, it's over. Like I'm done. And then he didn't say anything. And I was like, hey, are you listening? Like, are you gonna answer? And it took him a while to answer, and he texted back, sure. Almost being like a smart ass. I was like, okay. So I waited a few hours because I didn't want to overwhelm him or bother him. So I waited a few hours and I call him. I'm calling and calling and calling, texting and texting and texting. Nothing. He keeps forwarding my calls. And that's when I saw the location where he was.
Mm-hmm.
And on his way home, he took off the location. And so I'm calling again over and over and he doesn't answer. So I text him. I was like, I'm literally like so stressed. Like, what is going on? You gotta tell me something. So, you know, we get to, he's texting more back, but he's like so cold in his messages.
Yeah.
Like he's being so rude and he tells me, I can't answer you. I can't like basically talk to you because I'm too busy helping someone else that needed me. Here's what I think. Here's what I think. And I'm not kidding you.
Okay.
He's cheating. Yes, the he is. I don't care what y'all say because he said, oh, I had to go help a friend out. They were, I can't say the word because, but it starts with the S. He was like, he didn't say who. He was like, this person really needed me and I needed to be there for them.
Is it a guy or what? Why did he not say him?
I said, is this a girl? He said, nope, it ain't always gotta be a girl.
Oh, okay.
I don't believe that for a second. How are you gonna like go for hours and spend time with the guy and say, oh, he needed me? Come on, let's be realistic.
Yeah,
Think about it. Think about it. He was like, oh, this person was there for me when I was going through the same thing.
Yeah. Oh,
it's
my
a female.
God.
He's cheating. He's cheating.
Don't jump. Don't jump.
No, he's cheating. I already know. Girl, I have been through this shit. I know a cheater when I effing see one.
So
I cried. Listen, I
cheating.
cried all night long. I didn't sleep. I went to sleep at 8 o'clock this morning and I slept until 10, but it was the most restless sleep I've ever had. I kept like jumping and like, I don't know. I cried like all night long. I'm surprised y'all didn't hear me. My eyelids are sore. They were swollen this morning because I was talking to my sister and she was like, you know, what's going on with your eyes?
Yeah.
You look bad. You look rough. I'm like, bitch, I haven't slept all night. I told her, I was like, you know, I'm so stressed. And she's like, you've got to be careful. Don't, you know, let someone do this to you. You don't need them if they're putting you through that.
Yeah.
He texts back and like I said, he told me about the person that needed him. You know, I was like, you know, I can't believe you're doing this to me. And he's so cold. Like he has no sympathy that I told him that I was crying and that I had been up all night worrying. Like he had no sympathy.
And he didn't care.
And he did not care.
He
He left me on red. And he also has been lying through his effing teeth. I have caught him in several lies. He was like, no, I didn't take my location off. It should still be there. I kept checking and checking. He took it off. So yeah, he's messing with someone else.
So why are you crying?
Because it's like I finally give someone a fucking chance and you go and do that. I trust. You know how hard it is for me to trust someone? It is so hard for me to trust someone when their dad did me so dirty. I started trusting him because the way that he spoke to me, the way that we were always texting, you know, it made me feel some type of way. And he's just so cold. He's so distant. It's like he basically ghosted me. And I've been calling today. He ignores me. He can't be asleep because we stayed up texting until 6:30. There's no way that he could be sleeping from 7 to 7. So yeah, he's ghosted me. I'm going to try to call, watch and see. He's going to fucking...
Hello?
Are you asleep?
I was. What was it?
Are you okay?
Yeah, wait.
Because of last night.
Yeah, I'm okay. It's not bad. It's just, it is what it is. What happened?
Okay, but you ghosted me.
No, I didn't ghost you. It's just that I had to do with that. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, like, I know you're important, but that's also important, like, saving someone and all that.
What? Say that again. I didn't hear you.
I said, I know you're, like, you know you're important, but that was also important to me, too, because I dealt with that in the past, you know?
Okay, will you be honest? Was it a girl? I'm not going to get mad if it was a girl.
It wasn't a girl. It really wasn't.
So it was a guy.
Yes, because he's like basically involved with all that gang and all that shit, and it's like he lost so many people already. So it's like, yeah, you know, like if it was a girl, it'd be a different story.
Because you said you didn't have any friends. That's why I'm like thinking it's a girl.
No, okay, so I do, okay, yes, friends, but it's not like, I go hang out with them. Like the only reason why is because, like I said, gang shit. Like I don't involve myself around that. You get me?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I do have friends, but in reality, I don't.
But okay, I'm just like, I was upset because I told you if you didn't answer me that that it was over. And I called you so many times and all you had to do was text me and said, hey, I can't talk in the moment right now because I'm helping someone. If you would have done that, I would not have cried. I would not have stayed up all night.
But you shouldn't be crying at all though.
Why?
Because it's nothing wrong. I didn't do nothing bad.
Okay, but can I?
And like I said, you're the one.
Okay, hang on.
Things that you're done and all that. Like, and not once have I ever told you that I'm more calm and this and that. And it's like, to me, it's like, to you, it's easy for you to walk away and say that you're done, but yet you want me to fucking like to fight for you and all that. Like, how do you want me to fight for you when you're the one that's trying to walk away?
Okay, but I just wanted to know, like, you're gonna be there, like you really want me. Last night you proved something, and you took your location off. I
did?
Yes, you did. You know you did.
No, I really did it until you told me, and then that's what
Louise.
You said it.
I was calling you because I did, like, see your location. So when I was calling you, I think you were driving home, and that's when it disappeared. You can tell me I'm not going to get upset. I just don't want any lies.
I'm not lying. Like, I really didn't see anything of that. Because, yeah, like, how am I going to drive and do all that? You get me?
Okay, so I'm just upset that you didn't tell me. It's like, hey, I can't talk right now. It's like you just assumed that I was done with you, and you could have answered, because I did tell you, I texted you, I was like, if you, because I had been calling and calling you, you don't answer. And then when I tell you, if you don't answer, we're done. And then I call you to see, and you still don't answer. So what do you expect me to think? Like, are you really like that careless?
What do you mean, like, careless?
With us? Are you really like careless with risking me not talking to you again?
That's what I don't get. Like, how am I careless when all I do is do my best to make you smile?
It was just yesterday. Yesterday, okay.
By saying that you're gonna walk out.
But for you to ghost me yesterday after I told you, it's going to be done, you could have texted me and said, hey, I can't talk right now. I'll call you back. But it was nothing. It was fucking nothing.
I get it. I'm in the boat. I gotta accept that.
Okay. All right. Well, so are you going to be able to talk later?
Well, I mean, I do work tonight.
Yeah. Well, you just woke up, so I think you're going to be awake for a little while.
Yeah, what time is it right now?
I mean, if you don't want to talk, that's fine.
Oh, yeah. No, yeah, like the time that we always talk before we go to bed.
Are you sure? Because the last 2 or 3 nights you haven't done that.
No, yes. You just gotta know, I do have to be up by 12:30. So, like, I'm be in bed by like 7.
Your time.
And then we can talk.
All right. Well, I'm gonna call you back, okay? Because all right.
Okay.
Vessels. He's lying. I'm calling it right.
You think he's lying?
Yep. Saying that he didn't know he took me off the location. You're lying, dude. I'm not stupid. I know a cheater when I see one.
Oh, you say he cheated?
Yes.
She followed his location and he was at 2 separate houses yesterday and he was ignoring her.
Yep. And this was like late at night. This was from like 10 all the way up until like 3 in the morning.
But this is barely happening, right?
Yeah, I just started.
So if
But it started when I started giving him more attention. But I don't know. It's just something in my gut because he made it so much about himself. Even though I kept expressing, I'm worried, please, like, talk to me, tell me something. And he would not do it.
Even his replies right now was so, like,
dry.
yeah.
Yeah. And he's usually not like that. He's
What do you
usually
think?
not
What
like
are you
that.
thinking, Puppy?
I don't know. Because I
You went through it with Weddle?
No, it's... I don't know. I feel like everybody sees it different. I have experienced it different,
So how do you see it?
Yeah, just tell me.
Because she
what do you
thinks
feel?
he's cheating on her.
Okay, first, before I even say anything, this is just my opinion. You don't have to take my advice. This is just me, how I went through it.
Okay.
And I hope what you want, if you want him, Lisa, go for it. If you don't, that's you, boo. Go. Whatever makes you happy, we're happy.
Thank you.
I just want to clear that because I saw some comments on her comments that saying that I shouldn't give her advice. And because
Really?
Yeah, because I haven't been in a relationship. And it's true.
What? I didn't read that.
It's something, it was just, they were just saying like, I shouldn't be giving you advice. That I sound like I'm like pretty much not being a real friend with you. Yeah, like giving you that type of advice.
Oh, what?
So I was just like, no.
Yeah.
So that's
I know Patty loves me.
That's
She
what I'm
would want me
clarifying.
happy.
Like, whatever you want to do, you do you. But we're happy for you. Whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
But in my experience,
I'm gonna have my opinion on your relationship, and if nobody likes it, I don't give a shit. I'm her friend, and I'll tell her. That's what friends do. Tell each other the effing truth,
Plus, it's
Yeah.
an
even if they don't
opinion.
hear it. Yes.
trust me. Although I don't talk about my situation, trust me, I tell Lisa everything. And Lisa
Yes.
tells me straight up. She'll be like, look, I don't agree with this beat, but
Yes, I'll tell her.
she
Yeah.
tells me. Trust.
So what do you think?
For me, I call BS too.
BS what? Like them? You think
Like-
he's full of it?
I think he's full of it.
So
I
you
do
think he's
too.
not being genuine?
I do too.
I
You think he's
believe,
cheating on you?
Yes, I
No.
think it was all an act.
like, I do believe he is like, a really sweet guy. He's like, his intentions are real with you, but I feel like he probably did got like, you know what, like this is like, she's far. She doesn't believe me. Why am I gonna keep putting more energy into this shit? I do feel like you probably weren't the only one he's talking to, maybe.
I already know.
But I don't know.
I'm telling you, it was a girl.
Right.
He can say all he wants that it's a guy. I really do believe it's a girl. But he's saying it's someone that he doesn't necessarily hang around with because of the activities and the people that this person hangs with. He doesn't want to be associated with that, but he wants to be there in, supporting. That's what he's saying. I don't know.
I don't know. I
can't be sure.
That kind of does sound a little. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, okay, so are you his friend or not? Because you're saying you don't hang out with him because of what he does. You're saying that you don't hang out with him because of the people that he hangs out with. Yet you guys are close enough that you'll be there for him in a moment of need. So how close are y'all? You're right.
Right.
It kind of sounds a little weird.
Yes, I
So
told
you
you.
think he messing with a female?
Yes.
because he said he had friends and then he has friends and like.
You're right too.
And
Because
I don't know.
telling you.
I just really didn't like the answers he gave you right now.
No, he's lying.
Like, the
He's
explanations
lying.
were so
Dry and cold and not with
damn though.
hard. I don't know. They're cold and they're distant answers.
Maybe Patty is right. I mean, he's literally in a whole other state across the country. You really think he's only talking to you?
But I
it's hard.
did tell you. Okay. So the other night before all this started happening, telling him before, I don't know if it's going to work out. He gets upset and says, you're breaking my heart. And he sends me this song. And I play the song and it's a sad song. And he said, this is how I'm feeling every day. He was like, I've never felt this way with you before. You've made me happy. You're the reason why I smile now. Just a bunch of stuff. And he was like, I love you. But if you feel all this, how come you're ghosting me? I don't care if you was there for a friend. Your friend is more important than a relationship. Well, I can't say that because
I mean,
can't
I
say
feel
that.
like he should at least address it.
He
and
should have
text it
told
to
me
you.
something.
Like, hey, you know what? I'm not gonna be able to talk to you today because I'm helping a friend in need.
Yes.
You know, I'll talk
Yes.
to you as soon as I can.
Yes.
Or something.
And he did not do that. And he knew I was calling him. Like, you were driving home. You could have answered to like stop me from worrying. So you're lying. I know you're lying. And it makes me feel some type of way.
Throughout the whole day, you had to go to the bathroom at least once. Right?
Like, exactly. Like all those hours you were with someone, you couldn't go to the bathroom and say, hey babe, I'm busy with someone, a friend that I'm helping out. They really need me. I'll call you later.
I'm not trying to throw myself out there, and I'm trying to throw myself and put me in the spot. But those are kind of excuses I used to make to one of my ex.
You're helping friends? That you're out helping friends?
And I was actually with someone else.
I told y'all. Y'all are not listening to me. This man is cheating.
I have made that excuse of like,
Is
hey,
that
I couldn't.
called BS?
I was like, I told them because they told me the same thing. You couldn't have at least 1 minute to text me. In my head, I'm like, I couldn't text him because I was with that person, and if that person saw me texting that person, it's like, but it's just me. This.
No, I've been calling
My
it. I've been
past.
calling it. I know he's cheating, and therefore I will never, ever go through that ever again. What I can do now is just I don't know what to do.
I feel like right now you should just like be straight up forward with him because this video is gonna be up and I'm pretty sure he's gonna see it.
Yes.
So you know what? Just be straight up forward. Tell him, you know what? I have my doubts. I don't believe you. Like, yes, I am sorry that you know how I've been making you feel confused, but it's how I feel right now. But if you really are serious with us, hey, like, you know, continue how it used to be. Is it gonna be the same? Are you still willing to come? Like, you know?
Yeah. Okay. All right. So this is the end of the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to get into further investigation of this and find out what's going on. So keep watching.
Like the video, subscribe.
Subscribe to my channel too.
Patty cake.